Hello, I'm Nathan Judah. I'm here with Wolves reporter Mr. Joe Edwards. We are in the rain, but there's no better backdrop. We had to come out. I don't mind getting soaked after a fantastic 2-0 win over Crystal Palace. Joe, that is the Wolves we know and love.
It clicked, it gelled, the juices were flowing, the attacking juices. It was a joy to watch. Shame it was bloody $14.95 on BT Sport box office for everyone, but no, it was so much more encouraging from Wolves going forward. We've waited for it to click, when are the goals going to come, and it was a dazzling first half an hour, brilliant. Ait-Nouri, fantastic on his debut. Podence gets the goal that his performances have warranted, and Neto just continues to shine. Brilliant. But to a man, really, everybody comes out of this with credit. I mean, you know, there's naturally some star performers. I think Nouri, Neto and Podence were two, you know, were three top performers. But all round, real set of positives for Nuno tonight.
The main talking point going into this game was how do Wolves perform better in the first half. They've been poor in the first half, and you could tell they were pressing, they wanted the ball, they were running at players. And look, I mean, that goal, the first goal, Nouri's strike, it was fantastic, wasn't it? Absolutely brilliant. You'll never, ever, ever forget that.
Well, the intent was there from minute one, wasn't it? They were passing it about quickly, they were pressing high, and they had Palace on the back foot right from the first whistle. And Ait-Nouri, I mean, you know, he's up against an experienced operator in Andros Townsend, and it could have been a tricky night for him, but 19 years old, first start in the Premier League, he's just took to it like a duck to water. I mean, again, Nuno pointed out afterwards that let's not get too carried away. He's still got a lot of improving to do, but blimey, that's a way to kick things off.
Well, look, I mean, Marcel missed out tonight through injury, wasn't even on the bench. Look, I mean, he's going to struggle to get back in. You've got to say he's earned his place.
Well, he brings the team. We talked about Marcel giving the team more balance once he came on against Newcastle. I think Ait-Nouri gives them even more balance because he offers that attacking outlet as well. And Semedo on the other side, that's the best we've seen him in a Wolves,
by a long shot.
So far, by a country mile. So them two like to get forward. I thought Neves, you know, passing it with a lot more vigour and speed and pinpoint. You know, he's looked a bit sluggish in other games. Dendoncker was getting about. Everybody stepped up their game, and Nuno said, you know, the new players need to step it up, but the old guard need to start upping their performances, and they've heeded those words.
And Podence as well. I mean, he's been threatening to score for a while now, and he got his goal tonight, and that's fantastic. It was a big show of faith from Nuno, because a lot of people thought that maybe Adama Traore might come in, you know, okay, fine, they perform well, Neto and Podence, but they scored 6 goals in 6 games, so it's very easy to bring someone in who's a Spain international, full Spain international, who's chomping at the bit, and he didn't. He kept it. That's what Nuno does. He's very stubborn, and he paid dividends tonight.
Stuck to his guns, and that's what good managers do: make bold calls and big calls. And could have easily brought Traore back in. I thought this might be the game for him, but Neto and Podence, they are really starting to gel now.
Is this his front three now, do you think?
I think so.
This is his front three. And look, if Adama is Adama, but at the same time, it doesn't look like he's going to get in this side at this moment in time.
Well, if they keep performing like that, they're going to make it very tough for Adama, and it's a very good selection headache for Nuno to have. But Podence, you know, has worked so hard for that goal and gotten close on a lot of occasions in recent weeks. Took it well. I mean, he was on a play as well, but you know, Neto teeing him up, brilliant deliveries from him all night. But Ait-Nouri debut goal, just so much better. Night and day, really is.
Of course, it wasn't the complete performance, as in, you know, Palace has still got a lot of quality, and there were a few moments you saw the old Wolves kind of just for about 20 minutes, half an hour, other side of half-time, where they were sitting back, and Batshuayi goal ruled offside, and then the penalty was rescinded. And VAR come to Wolves' rescue, because there were the correct decisions, all three of them, really.
Yeah.
You could say that Milivojevic was a little bit unlucky, to be fair, Milivojevic, but at the same time, you know, they've got to be careful, Wolves, because it's still at 2-0, that game wasn't dead, was it?
No, and, you know, they have had a bit of a luck on their side, but, you know, it was a deserved victory for Wolves. Nobody could argue that. I mean, I think Milivojevic will feel a little bit aggrieved. I mean, I do have a little bit of sympathy for him there. He's caught him on the follow-through. I don't think there's any malice there. You can't really pull your foot out, but that's the game these days, I guess. And, you know, on another night, Palace may have got one back and made it a bit tentative towards the end, but 2 goals, a clean sheet, 3 deserved points, up to third.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend.
Absolutely. And the good news as well, Joe, is you know, in a silly kind of a way, Raul wasn't involved in any of the goals tonight, which is kind of nice. It's kind of nice for him to have an off night, or a night off anyway, which way you look at it, and that other people are contributing. That's exactly what Nuno wanted.
Well, that's it. You got 2 players off the mark in Podence and Ait Nouri. Ait Nouri, I mean, if he carries on having shots like that, he could. You know, you're talking about other players coming up with goals. He weren't afraid to get forward. I think early on there was an element of just testing the waters a little bit and just getting used to things. But as soon as he got that goal, that was it. He was off then.
Yeah.
He was at the races, and he could be one that chips in with goals and assists. And I think Podence now, that first goal will be a big confidence boost for him. He's having shots. He's looking more lively in front of goal, and I think that could be the start of a run for him. Hopefully,
Joint top, terrible start.
it's a strange season. Wolves haven't really done it, but they've done it tonight. So hopefully that's a sign of things going forward.
Wolves 2, Crystal Palace 0 for the post-match reaction. Make sure you log on to expressthestar. Let's get it back.com.
Hey!